How are you guys doing? This is homeschooling lesson number one. The first thing you absolutely need if you are going to homeschool your child or children is a firm control over them listening to you. And this is something that half of all teachers or more struggle with, but teachers have to figure it out or they can't continue in their job, or they suffer year after year and have to be constantly rescued by other teachers and administrators and whatever. And they don't teach this in college, pretty much. At least they didn't teach it when I was there. So this is the most crucial thing, the biggest thing. You have to do this. It's binary. It's one way. You do it or you should not teach. You should not homeschool. You should not be a teacher. It's harsh. Sorry. That's how it is. You have to have firm control of the child's behavior. And for parents, if you're not used to that, it's basically comes down to this. When you ask them to do something, they do it. No questions asked, no finagling, no bargaining or trying to, tell you, hold on 1 second, making you repeat yourself. If any of those things happen, don't do it. Don't try it. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but if you want me to guide you in any way, I can't guide you if you don't have that part down. Now, the good news is any parent can become that kind of parent. If your children don't listen to you as well as the neighbor's children do and you wish they would, that's all inside of you, the choices you've made, the way you see your relationship with your kid, and that's something that can change. It can change in an instant. You just have to believe, you just have to believe certain things. You're believing the wrong things right now. And that's a whole psychological thing that I'm not going to get into, because the most sensitive thing in the world, one of the most sensitive things in the world, is trying to tell parents how to parent differently or that they're not parenting right, especially if they didn't ask you. Like, we all know that. So, I'm not going to touch that. But if you are honest and humble and you are like, yeah, my children don't listen to me, but I want to change that. Honestly, I can tell you, you can change that. All you have to do is want to enough. And then you have to change some beliefs that you might have about your children, like the belief that they deserve to be able to bargain with you when you ask them to do something reasonable and they don't want to do it, that they have the right to question and discuss it instead of just listening. And that comes with a whole bunch of beliefs that are more part of modern parenting, that a lot of you are saying, and maybe others are already getting their feathers ruffled, like they don't want to hear this, and they're maybe even offended already. So that's why I'm not going down that path. But at the end of the day, just if you want to follow the series I'm doing, you have to meet that criteria. When you tell your child, now it's time, I need you to do this, that's it. You should not have to say it twice. They shouldn't hesitate. They shouldn't look into your eyes to see if you really mean it. That's it. The moment you say something, they respond. The moment you change something, they respond. The moment you say, okay, we're moving on to something else, they respond immediately. That's how every good teacher has 30 kids under control. So if they can do it with 30, you can do it with 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can. Believe in yourself. But you have to really do it. You have to have self-awareness and be honest and be like, is this going to happen? Because otherwise, the homeschooling is going to fall apart really fast. As soon as you're, trying to set up none of the other stuff is going to work. So, sorry, I'm taking 5 minutes to say something this simple, but it's crucial. This is the number one thing. And any of you who've tried homeschooling know that this is accurate, whether you've done really well and succeeded or you haven't done well and it hasn't gone well for you. And if you're not that kind of parent, but you're still a loving parent and you give your kids all the wonderful things, you just don't know how to be firm with discipline, if there's another parent, maybe they're better for it. Maybe an aunt, maybe an older brother, maybe the neighbor who also homeschools their kids. It doesn't have to be you. It could be a trusted person in your life, but it has to be someone who says, time to do this, and the kid responds, and that's it. Like, instant. No fear that the kid might not listen, that the kid might hesitate. None of that. It's got to be gone. You have to have instant response. And anything. If you tell the child, I need you to do that quieter, I need you to take that in the other room, whatever it is, the answer is, okay. Anything less than that, and the rest of this is not going to work. You may now proceed to the next video if you have gotten past this part.